Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Harmony One. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. And if you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. Now, jumping into the daily chart on Harmony One, the chart is pulled from Binance on TradingView. We still have the same Fibonacci retracement with the swing high we printed in January this year and the swing low we printed in June of 2021. And right now we are way below our 1.618 technical target, which was at 0.01313, and we are on our way down to the yellow support trend line, which is basically the high that we printed back in December of 2020 and back in December of 2019. So we are coming back down to retest a very major resistance level, and we're coming back down to retest it as support. Now below that you have the second Fibonacci retracement level, or the 2 Fibonacci level, which is the capitulation target. And from where we are right now to that Fibonacci level, that's still a 42% drop. And it could happen, in all honesty. It all depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin decides to drop to $10,000, I think altcoins will get obliterated. And you have to be ready for that potential scenario. That's why you don't need to buy all in, because once you do that, you're basically enabling, or you're basically disabling yourself from buying the potential major black swan event dip that we could have before the bull market arrives. Now, taking a look and zooming in to the daily chart here, and as you can see, we do have a major resistance level here on the daily chart. And if I just take a trend line here and draw it across like that, as you can see, we've been running into that trend line for quite a few times. Actually, if I do something like this, this is going to be a bit better. So we do have a channel down pattern, as you can see, and we are breaking down from that pattern already, and we're moving towards the downside. And channel down patterns are usually broken to the upside. And this is very unusual for this sort of a pattern to be having a break to the downside. But I guess that's what Bitcoin does. It just pushes the altcoins to the downside while it's in a sideways trend. Now, for a short-term trend, I would be looking at the 20 EMA on the daily chart retest, and I would be looking at the 1.618 retest as resistance, because we lost it as support and we haven't had the relief rally to back test it as resistance. So the price at 0.01313 is going to be your major resistance level. As you can see, you have retested that as support multiple times before, and then you finally lost it, and you can potentially be looking at a back test of resistance. So yeah, take a look at that. And let's take a look at the daily RSI as well. Jumping into the daily RSI, you can see that we do have a support block down below with the average RSI at 23. And as you can see right now, we are once again in the oversold, below the index of 30. And this is usually a very good buying opportunity, because you can see historically, when you were this low in the oversold, you typically had a very strong move to the upside, and this just opens up an opportunity for you to make some money short term. And this doesn't mean that, you know, there's a 100% chance that the price is going to fly and moon, but usually once an asset gets very oversold, there is typically a relief rally where the price sort of creates a lower high, has a retracement to the upside, and then continues with the trend as the bears take over once again. So that's something to keep in mind. And yeah, that's regarding the daily chart here. Like I said, we could be free falling here until Bitcoin decides to bottom out, obviously. And your mission basically is to pick up these lows, to pick up these black swan events, and to dollar cost average as much as you can, right, in a very smart way, so that when the next bull market arrives, you are ready and prepared with your altcoins. Now, at this point, Harmony One is down 97% from its all-time high. And if we were to go down to 97%, that would be around about these lows of November 2020, which is at 0.00386. So that is a potential low that we could be retesting here. for Harmony One. Hopefully not that low, but I do think this is a very important level for us to hold and keep in mind, because that level has been retested twice in 2020 before we had the major breakout. So I would keep an eye on this level. Now let's switch over to the Binance website. And before we continue, I quickly want to ask you, do you value your privacy? If the answer is yes, then you must take a look at ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN offers you the privacy that you deserve, no activity logs and no connection logs. Your internet provider won't be able to access anything, and anyone using the same open free Wi-Fi in the cafe as you won't be able to do any harm or breach your security. You can use the ExpressVPN application on any device. You can connect it to your PlayStation, or you can even connect it to your router so that anyone who connects is automatically secured. Or if you're looking to access any region-blocked content on your streaming platform, well, ExpressVPN can do that as well. If you're living in the Netherlands and you want to access a TV show that's only available in Japan, well, my friend, you can do that with ExpressVPN. You can use the link down below in the description and get a discounted price along with 3 extra months for free. You can get your money back if you don't like it, but I don't see any reason why you wouldn't like it, because we all need the privacy, and in today's age especially. And you can also pay with Bitcoin, so that's a really cool feature as well. And let's get on with the video. Now, taking a look at the weekly chart, as you can see, the Binance chart is giving us a falling wedge pattern here, and we're breaking out of it towards the downside, obviously, with our technical target here, or not really a technical target, but a previous resistance that we just looked at on the previous chart at 0.00773. That is our current target. Like I said, that's a 25.5% move to the downside. We have lost the support block that we built here, starting from this swing high in August of 2020, and with the swing low that we created here in October, and with the swing low that we created in November as well. So this is a major level that we're losing right now. We could potentially see a bounce to the upside and maybe a back test of resistance before eventually going back down. But overall, I would say that this is really giving us an idea of what is to come for Harmony One, since we're seeing this strong break to the downside from a presumably bullish pattern, right? You'd think 75% chance of breaking to the upside, and still we're breaking to the downside, and Harmony One is just pulling back down alongside a lot of other altcoins. And I do think you could be putting a good amount here at 0.00773, because technically speaking, that would be a very, very good opportunity to enter, a golden opportunity, if you will. But you can be just dollar cost averaging throughout this dip, really. And your average buying price is going to be, let's say, somewhere around 0.015 cents. And if you are looking to take profits at let's assume that this price at 0.00773 is going to be our all-time high or all-time low for this bear market, and or the local low for the bear market, whatever you want to say. We could be potentially looking at $1.86 the next bull market. And from that low, from this low of 0.00773, we could be looking at 24 or 25,000%, right? That is a lot. That is really a lot. You could be looking at the 1.272. Let's see. That's around about 13,500%. That's $1.07. And if you remember, the all-time high price for Harmony One was at 37 cents the previous bull market. So I do think we're going to break this all-time high, the next bull market, and I do think we're going to be reaching at least $1. And I do think it is going to be coming sometime in 2024 to 2025. But really, that's everything that I wanted to share regarding the price chart here. If I missed out anything important, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to check out my Patreon, where I do upload podcast episodes specifically and exclusively for patrons. I do drop in technical analysis, low cap gems that I'm buying into, my thoughts on the markets, and some interesting resources for you all. Now, that is it. Thank you all. I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace out.